She was holding up the line, and nobody knew why yet. All they could see was the woman at register 4 gone pale, swaying, gripping the belt like the floor was tilting under her. "Ma'am, you need to move," the man behind her snapped. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "Everything's spinning. I can't feel my hands." "Is she drunk at this hour?" someone muttered. Maya didn't wait for permission. She came around the counter fast, dropped to one knee, and took the woman's wrist like she'd done it 100 times before. "Ma'am, hey, I've got you. I'm right here. When did you eat last?" "Yesterday," the woman managed. Maya didn't even look up. "Layla, orange juice, small bottle, now." Behind her, someone hissed that her register was sitting wide open, unmanned, and her manager was watching from the far aisle. She didn't care. Not yet. The line grumbled. A man near the back said somebody should find a manager. Maya ignored all of it and pressed the little bottle into the woman's shaking hands. Small sips. Slow. "There you go. That's it. I'm sorry I'm holding up your line." The woman managed a breath. "They can wait," Maya told her. "You can't. What's your name?" "Eleanor. Eleanor Whitmore." "I will never forget that name," Maya said. She meant it, she just had no idea yet how true that would become. By the time the ambulance arrived, Eleanor's color had come back and her voice had steadied. Nobody clapped for the cashier who never left her side. And by the time Maya finally turned back to her own register, someone had already walked out the front doors with a full cart, unbothered, because nobody had been watching the floor. That one unwatched register became the entire case against her. Her manager, Derek, called her into his office within the hour. He didn't sit her down gently. He didn't ask if she was okay. "You left your register for 25 minutes during Saturday rush," he said. "Derek, that woman almost went into a coma. Her blood sugar crashed." "I don't care about her blood sugar. You're a cashier, Maya, not a nurse." "I gave her juice. I sat with her." "That's not, while you were playing hero, register 3 sat empty. Tasha had to cover 2 lanes alone. We got 6 complaints, and somebody walked out with a full cart because nobody was watching." "So this is about the stolen groceries." Derek slid a paper across the desk, a termination notice, effective immediately. "Not even a suspension?" she asked. "I've been here 3 years, Derek. Not one write-up. And in one afternoon you cost the store more than you've saved it in 3. A woman nearly died in your store," Maya said, "and that's all you see, a cost. Corporate's been on me all quarter about losses. If I don't show results, they replace me by Monday. I've got 2 kids, a mortgage. I can't absorb this." "At least your kids still have a father with options," Maya said quietly. "What am I supposed to tell my son?" "I'm sorry, Maya. I really am." She didn't answer. There was nothing left to say to a man who said sorry and meant nothing by it. She didn't cry until she was alone in her car, badge already off, hands shaking on the wheel for a different reason now. At home, the smell of her grandmother's slow-cooked soup hit her before she even got the door open, the kind that took all day, the kind Grandma Ruth only made when something needed fixing. Her son noticed before she said a word. "Mom, why are you home early?" Marcus asked, then quieter, "Why do you look like when you got the call about Dad?" "I'm fine, baby. Go do your homework." "You're not fine. I heard the door. You don't come in that quiet unless something broke." "What happened?" "I got fired." "For what?" "For helping an old woman who was about to pass out at checkout. Her blood sugar crashed. It was exactly like what happens to you sometimes, Grandma. I couldn't just stand there." Ruth didn't look surprised. "Of course you couldn't. You're my granddaughter. And now I'm your granddaughter with no job, no savings, and Marcus's school fees due in 2 weeks. We'll figure it out. Always do. I'm so tired of figuring it out, Maya said. I'm tired of being one phone call away from losing everything. Ruth set her spoon down slowly. Your mother, God rest her, once gave her last $20 to a stranger at a bus stop. I was furious, we needed that for groceries. I've heard this story, Grandma. Then hear it again. She looked at me and said, Mama, if I can't help somebody when I've got $20, what makes you think I'll help when I've got 20,000? The amount don't matter, baby. The person you are when nobody's watching, that's what matters. Mama ended up homeless, Maya said. Your mama ended up with a daughter who saves strangers in grocery stores. That ain't nothing. Maya wanted to believe that. She just didn't know yet how far it would carry her, or who across town was already asking questions about the woman who'd sat on a cold floor holding a stranger's wrist. Eleanor Whitmore's son wasn't used to being told to sit down, but his mother told him anyway the moment he walked into her hospital room with a driver and an assistant trailing behind him. You have a driver, a personal shopper, Nathan said. Why were you even at a grocery store? Because I wanted to pick my own tomatoes, Nathan. I'm old, not dead. What's her name? I'll send flowers, a gift card. Claire, make a note. Sit down and listen. I'm listening. That girl didn't help me for a gift card. She helped me because she couldn't look away. And while they wheeled me out, I heard her manager shouting. He fired her, Nathan, right there in the store. He fired her for helping you, for helping me. She saved my life and they took hers apart for it. I want you to find her. To do what? To ask her what she needs. Not what you assume she needs. What she actually needs. Maya didn't recognize the name at first when a woman named Claire showed up at her door. Are you Maya Carter? Depends who's asking. I work for Nathan Whitmore. His mother is Eleanor Whitmore. I believe you helped her last week. The woman with the low blood sugar. Is she okay? She's fine. Thanks to you. Whitmore, Maya repeated. Like Whitmore Industries. That Whitmore. The woman I sat with on a grocery store floor is worth billions? And I bought her a $139 bottle of orange juice. And that $139, Claire said, is exactly why I'm standing on your porch. The lobby of Whitmore Tower was bigger than Maya's entire apartment building, she said so out loud, and nobody laughed. My mother says you saved her life, Nathan said. I gave her juice and sat with her. That's not saving a life. That's just paying attention. Most people don't. My grandmother's been diabetic since I was 12. You either learn the warning signs or you learn them the hard way. I also know you were fired for it. The store had their reasons. I left my register, stuff got stolen. I get it. You're being remarkably fair about people who threw you away. Oh, I'm furious, Maya said. I just don't have the luxury of showing it. Furious doesn't pay rent. So what do you need? What do you really need? I didn't help your mother for a reward. That's not what I asked, he said. She told me you almost became a nurse. Maya went quiet for a moment. 2 years at a state college, a 3.8 GPA. Then my son came, my mother passed, and student loans don't wait for grief. I dropped out. Got a register instead. That was 5 years ago. What if you went back? Go back at 28? The Whitmore Foundation runs a healthcare scholarship, Nathan said. Full tuition, books, a living stipend. I'm not offering you money, Maya. I'm offering you back the thing you had to give up. I can't accept that. Why? Because I'm 28 with an 8-year-old and a grandmother who needs me home by 6. I can't waltz back into school like I'm 19 with nothing to lose. That was when Eleanor stepped into the room herself, slower than before but steady. I watched you check my pulse that day, she said. You counted out loud to keep me calm. You didn't learn that from a cashier training manual. I learned it in school, before I had to leave. So here's my real question, Eleanor said. If money's the only thing standing between you and that degree, then what's stopping you? Fear, Maya admitted. I'm scared I'll go back and fail. I'm scared I'll be the oldest person in every class. That my son will think I chose school over him. That I'll get close to what I want and life will pull it away again. Eleanor's face didn't change. Good, she said. Scared means it still matters to you. Word got around fast. Her coworker Tasha called that same night, half laughing, half stunned. Let me make sure I heard this right. The juice lady is a billionaire's mother? Yeah. And they want to put you through nursing school? Whole thing paid for, full ride? I said I'd think about it. Maya Carter, don't you sit there and think about it. You have prayed every single night for 5 years, Lord, show me a way back. And he showed you, and you told him you'd think about it. There was a longer pause before Tasha spoke again, quieter now. Maya, I have to say something. The day Derek fired you, I just stood there. I didn't open my mouth. You had your own job to protect, that's what I keep telling myself. It sounds more like an excuse every time I say it out loud. It is an excuse, Maya said gently. It's also real. You've got Layla to feed. You would have spoken up if it was me. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But you can start now. That's all any of us can do. Maya hung up, sat in the dark a long while, then called Claire back before she could talk herself out of it. I'll do it, she said. But I have conditions. No special treatment. Same classes, same tests, same rotations as everybody else. If I fail on my own. Nobody calls the dean for me. And I keep working part-time, I need my own money. My son needs to see his mother still puts in work. Done, Claire said. We have flexible part-time positions at the foundation. Real work, not a made-up title so you feel good cashing a check. You're making it very hard for a billionaire to be generous. Good. That night, her son asked the only question that mattered to him. Mom, are you going back to school? Maybe, baby. It's complicated. If you become a nurse, can you be my nurse when I'm sick? That's not exactly how it works, sweetie. But you'd have the badge and everything. Yeah. A real badge. Then go, Marcus said simply. I'll be fine. Grandma makes good soup. Out of the mouths of babies. She signed the enrollment papers the next morning before fear could catch up to her. 2 years disappeared into anatomy flashcards and organic chemistry that nearly broke her, and a classmate named Sophia who understood exactly why Maya cried over exams and laughed about it 30 seconds later. Somewhere in the middle of it, a phone call at 2 in the morning caught her grandmother still awake. Grandma, you up? I'm always up. What time is it? A little after 2. I just finished my pharmacology paper. Are you eating? Had a granola bar. That's not food, Denasia. I passed all my midterms. Got a 93 in anatomy. I know, you told me twice already. Tell me again. 93. Your grandfather failed anatomy 3 times. That's not the same thing at all, Grandma. I know. I just like hearing you laugh at 2 in the morning. You don't laugh enough. Sometimes I think I'm going to mess all this up, Maya admitted. You've been scared since the day you were born, Ruth said. Came out screaming louder than any baby in that hospital. Doctor said, "This one's got something to say." You always had something to say, Denasia. You just needed somebody to listen. The line went quiet except for breathing and the hum of a refrigerator, two women wide awake at the same hour for very different reasons. Graduation day. Eleanor sat in the third row, left side, a small gift bag in her lap. "You came," Maya said. "Open it." A bottle of orange juice. $139, Eleanor said. Same brand, same size. This is where it started. Maya, I remember everything about that day. Your hands were shaking. Your voice wasn't. You told those customers, they can wait. You can't. Nobody had said anything like that to me in years. You would have done the same. I hope so, Eleanor said. But hope and action are different things. You chose action. Mom, you're a nurse for real now? Marcus asked. For real, baby. So when I'm sick, you take care of me. Official. I always took care of you. That was true before the degree. Yeah, but now you got the badge. Lord, this boy. Later that week, she told her grandmother about the offer she hadn't expected. Nathan wanted her to run the nursing staff at a brand new clinic back in their old neighborhood, free care for everyone, diabetes management, primary care, mental health, all of it. He wants me to lead it, Maya said. I told him I'm not ready. I just graduated. Denasia, Ruth said, weren't ready to raise Marcus alone, did it anyway. Weren't ready to go back to school at 28, did it anyway. Weren't ready to sit on a cold floor next to a dying stranger, did it anyway. When are you going to stop waiting to feel ready and just trust that you already are? When did you become a motivational speaker? The day my granddaughter started needing one every other Tuesday. The Maplewood Community Health Clinic opened its doors on a bright, ordinary morning. Free primary care, free diabetes management, free mental health services for anyone who walked through. No bill, no questions asked. Leading the nursing team was a woman who 2 years earlier had been ringing up groceries in this exact neighborhood, and lost that job for doing the one thing anyone should do and almost nobody does. She stood in front of the small crowd and didn't pretend to be anything but nervous. I'm not going to pretend I'm not terrified standing up here, she said. I am. Every new thing in my life, I've been terrified. But 2 years ago, I learned something on a grocery store floor. The thing you're most afraid to do is usually the thing you need to do the most. I was afraid to leave my register that day, cost me everything. I was afraid to go back to school. Afraid to stand right here today. I did every single one of those things anyway, and I'm still standing. So if you're scared out there and doing the right thing feels like it costs too much, do it anyway. It costs less than you think. After the applause faded, a girl waited near the front desk, twisting the strap of her backpack. Excuse me. Are you the head nurse? I am. I'm Maya. What's your name? Zoe. My grandma's diabetic. She won't come in. She says she can't afford it. I keep telling her it's free, but she doesn't believe anything's really free. Bring her in, Maya said. No bill. Not today. Not ever. But why? You don't even know us. Because someone I didn't know stopped for me once, when everybody else walked past. And I promised myself that day I would never be the one who walks past. Go get your grandmother. Zoe ran. Maya stood in the doorway a moment longer, one hand resting on a counter that would never sit empty while someone needed her. Some registers closed because somebody gave up. This one stayed open because somebody finally didn't.